Hello, I'm Dr. Richard Downs, and I'm going to demonstrate for you in this informal video on how to use Oracare with a water flosser and an air flosser. So let's take a look. First of all, I'm going to go and show you that this is a two-bottle system. So first of all, I'm going to put in the blue rinse. I put in 10 of those. Now I'm going to put in the white rinse. I'm going to let those react. Okay, so let's just go ahead and leave that there for now. I'll let it sit. And while that's reacting, I'm going to show you that it's blue right now. And eventually, this is going to turn clear. Okay? That's because when you put these two liquids together, they produce active chlorine dioxide. This is a unique rinse. There's nothing really like it on the market shelves anywhere in the world. So let's talk about, by the way, this is a water flosser. You can use any kind, a water pick, an Oracare 3000, HydroFloss. There are many of them out there. As long as it pulses water, that's fine. And then this is an air flosser, and I don't know that many of you have ever seen an air flosser, but this is fairly new to the market, and I'll show you how to use that as well. So let's talk about bad breath. Bad breath is, people think it's just a cosmetic concern, but it's actually, the bad breath gases are actually toxic. They cause your gums to get red, and so it's not just the bacteria that affect your gums and your health of your mouth, but it's also the toxins that are produced. And a mouth rinse is like Listerine, Scope, techical. They do not address volatile sulfur compounds or these bad breath toxins or gases that you smell on people's breath and may on your own breath, and you need to know that they are actually something that need to be addressed. They're not just simple cosmetic problems. So you see on the television people talking about mouth rinses that kill 99% of bacteria gases that cause bad breath. And then you see on the internet, for instance, this article here, Crest Mint mouthwash, and it kills 99% of germs that cause bad breath. So all these mouth rinses are talking about the same thing, how much they kill bacteria. And really they all do. They all kill bacteria. And you might think, well, gee, that's really great. It's important, but it's actually not as important as addressing other issues as well, and that is the toxins that these bacteria produce. And so here's another article from the Huffington Post. I'm going to grab that for you. Just show it to you here when we get rid of this particular article. And in this particular article, you'll see that they're citing how to cure bad breath, how to manage bad breath. They're citing two authors, Dr. Cohen and Dr. Jablow. And in this article, they're talking about getting rid of bad breath gases, which are sulfur-producing compounds or processes. Now that's right. And these particular toothpaste and mouth rinses are talking about contain sodium chloride. Sodium chloride is a precursor to making chlorine dioxide. As a matter of fact, sodium chloride is what's in this bottle. But you need this magic, not really magic, but this chemical catalyst and mild reactors to make it turn this into active chlorine dioxide. And so sodium chloride has some effect, but not as good as chlorine dioxide activated like these do, okay? So, and we're actually developing a sodium chloride toothpaste, and that's this, and it's almost finished, and that'll be our complement to our active chlorine dioxide rinse. So this is called stabilized chlorine dioxide, or sodium chloride, and this is active chlorine dioxide, and the two together we're going to make a really great combination for helping people with these toxins in their mouths, okay? So this is what we're talking about, and there are products on the market that do contain sodium chloride, but we're going to show you our university study from the University of Iowa on how we compared to these sodium chloride mouth rinses, which we had a superior result with. So let's go to that. First of all, I'm going to talk about bacteria kill, and this is the article on bacteria killing. Okay, University of Iowa compared our rinse to chlorhexidine. Okay, chlorhexidine is the gold standard. You can only get it by prescription from a dentist or a physician, and it's the standard by which all bacteria killing mouth rinses compare themselves to. And in this study, you can see that Oracare killed all the bacteria tested and the fungi, thrush, and it did it at a quicker time span. It did it in about 3 minutes as compared to, this is an 18-hour to 24-hour kill rate for chlorhexidine. We killed that at low concentrations, some of them lower than concentrations than chlorhexidine, and our product performed as well or better than chlorhexidine in bacteria kill. So the Listerines and the Scopes and the Cepicals of the world have nothing over Oracare in the area of killing bacteria. So, but in addition to that, we have our product addresses the volatile sulfur compounds or the toxins that the body produces that impede wound healing. So let's go to that. I want to show you why that works, because here's the formula for chlorine dioxide. I know a lot of you don't care about chemistry, but I'm just going to show you a little bit, and you don't have to remember it if you don't want to. But this is like one of the bad breath gases. It's called methylmercaptan. It's the barnyard smell. If you react it with chlorine dioxide, you get methyl sulfonic acid, which is a no smell, mild, innocuous product. And this further breaks down into carbon dioxide and simple salts that are not harmful, and they do not smell, and they're not toxic. These other mouth rinses that contain alcohol, high amounts of alcohol as a matter of fact, actually make this worse, because alcohol in mouth rinses causes your body to release in through the mucous membranes of your cheeks and tongue more plasma proteins. Those proteins, like cysteine and methionine, are what are broken down into these bad breath gases by the bacteria. So by increasing those amount of proteins in your mouth from alcohol in these rinses, you actually create more proteins for the bacteria to chew up and make into bad breath gases. And in addition to killing off these bad breath gases, chlorine dioxide also oxidizes those proteins before the bacteria even get to them. It actually oxidizes the cysteine and methionine before they turn into bad breath gases. So it addresses both the precursors of the bad breath gases and the gases themselves, and it kills the bacteria. It's pretty amazing. So let's look at this. Here's another formula, and this one is sodium chloride, okay, which is going to be in our toothpaste. Now the sodium chloride also kills bad breath gases. Here's hydrogen sulfide, that rotten egg smell. Sodium chloride turns it into regular table salt and some other sulfate salts and water. So everything is turned into innocuous, non-smelling, non-toxic chemicals when it reacts with either the sodium chloride or chlorine dioxide. And we're going to have both, because actually the rinse contains both and the toothpaste contains the sodium chloride. And now let's compare all the rinses on the market that we tested. There was 10 of them, and we tested our rinse against the most popular rinses on the market for just getting rid of the bad breath gases. You see, most studies don't talk about this. They talk about bacteria kill. But here, you can see that our rinse removed 100% of the gases produced by a bad breath pathogen called Porphyromonas gingivalis, which is one of the bacteria in your gum disease. It killed all of that bacteria, or removed that bacteria gas. Not only did it kill the bacteria, but it removed all the gas 100% in this study. And then you can see the sodium chloride rinses that are on the market. There's TheraBreath, SmartMouth, Closest, and OxyFresh. These do remove some of the bad breath gases, but not nearly as much as Oracare does. So you can see that we get some effect from that, and it's great for a toothpaste. We even got a better product in our rinse because we can make active chlorine dioxide gas for that. So the two together are a dynamite combination. But now if you look at the other rinses on the market that just kill bacteria, you'll see Listerine, Tomes of Maine, Breath RX, Crest Pro Health, water, and there's that chlorhexidine again, that great bacteria killer. None of them remove the gases that cause bad breath, and that causes inflammation of the gums and slow wound healing. So we want to get rid of both, not just the bacteria. Okay, so let's take a look. And I want to show you how why this is reacting, because you can see now, if you look at this liquid is turning clear. See, it's getting more and more clear. This is because what's happening is it's reacting, and this is what's going on. As you mix it, the chlorine dioxide levels climb in the liquid up to about 3 minutes, where it's at the highest. This is not where we recommend people rinse at home with it in their mouth, but it's great for putting into an irrigator or an air flosser, because I'll show you how that's done. We usually have people mix for about 30 seconds, and then they begin rinsing with it at about this level in your mouth. It tastes better, and it has enough chlorine dioxide to do the job in your mouth for killing all that bacteria and bad breath gases. So let's move that over to the side, and I just want to tell you another thing about why bad breath gases are bad for you. Here's an article from Dental Town showing that bad breath gases might inhibit bone regeneration. As a matter of fact, there's a lot of evidence for the fact that these gases themselves, the bad breath gases, are toxic and can impede bone regeneration and gum tissue health. Pretty important. And then this is just a formula showing a kind of a vicious cycle, how the bad breath gases inhibit the clearing of bacteria and how they promote inflammation, making the gums red. And this vicious cycle continues because as the gums get red, they get congested, and more the bacteria cannot be cleared. So you do not need to know all those cytokines in that particular chart, but I just kind of want to show you there's science behind this, okay? And then last of all, the instructions for what I'm doing today are on my Facebook site. It's the American Breath Specialist Facebook site. And you can buy Oracare. You can find it from this site, but you can also go to Oracare by Dentist Select Facebook site. It's called Oracare by Dentist Select. And you can't buy this yourself. You have to buy this from a dentist or a hygienist. Only they can order it, because this particular rinse requires instruction and monitoring from a dentist and hygienist. We want to make sure you're using it properly, and that's why it's sold to the dental offices only. But you can talk to your dentist. If your dentist doesn't have it, your hygienist, tell them to go ahead and order some for you. Okay? So now, let's go ahead. We've got this all set up now. And by the way, now it's at full strength. We can put it in here, and we can add about 10 parts water. I'm just going to estimate it right here. Okay, and now it's ready to go. You put it on your irrigator, and it's ready to use. As you can see, we use small tips. We want the smallest tip possible when you use these things. As you can see, Waterpik has a very tiny tip. We want to use that because it uses up less liquid. You don't want to use this up too quick. I recommend you use this in your water bath on your irrigator twice per week. I recommend the air flosser, use it every day. I recommend mouth rinsing in addition to the water flosser every day, twice a day. But you can use this in the water bath twice per week, and then the air flosser twice per day. Now I've already put some in the air flosser reservoir, and as you can see, it's turned clear already. But let's turn it on, and I'll show you how the air flosser works, okay? As you can see, that is a single pulse each time you use it. And in the air flosser, we use this full strength. It's not a 10 to 1 like the irrigator is. This is 10 to 1. This is full strength. Okay. And also, I think I told you I want you to start out by using, maybe I didn't, but I want you to start using a tongue scraper to clean your tongue. You can get this from Dentist Select as well. It's either called a Helicure or an Oracare or both. It'll have different wording on it, but it comes from, it's a complement to our bad breath gas killing chlorine dioxide. You do want to clean the tongue because that's one of the high sources of bacteria that cause gum disease and bad breath is from the tongue. Okay, so like I said, you can find me on the internet at the Facebook site, American Breath Specialist. Send me questions and like my page, and I'll answer them for you. Thank you.